Hello, everyone. This is Ty Slatter. Welcome back to another edition of GTA's Heat Check, brought to you by GTA Sports Network. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to GTA Sports on YouTube and follow us on all social media platforms. And I have, once again, our football specialist, both for the college and the professional, DJ Ash Splash. What up, Ash?
Yo, 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 yo.
How you
We in
feeling?
the
How you
building.
feeling? You good?
Hey, we got a dub in the Windy City, on all
No, you
things,
did. You did. It wasn't in college, but you got one on the NFL side of the thing.
It's okay because the Cubs is in the playoffs, dog.
Hey, you say I ain't worried about none of that.
We in the MLB postseason. We just gotta show up, man. We just gotta show up.
Right. So
And
we
shit.
so we're gonna do we're gonna switch. For those that don't know, we're gonna switch the format up a little bit different this week. Because we know people attention span is only this long. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to trim the fat a little bit, and we're gonna pick our top 10 college games from week 4 of the CFB. And then later on in the show, we're gonna do our top 10 NFL games from week 3. So kicking off the college football, what IU did to Illinois should be illegal.
Was a massacre. You know what I'm saying?
That that somebody should have been arrested for that game.
It was a massacre. I mean, 63-10 is ridiculous. It's straight up crazy.
Lord.
We could highlight some things. Illinois was ranked number 9 uh going into this match, and IU was ranked number 19. So this was a ranked top 25 Big 10 conference play matchup. Big time. 7:30 at night on okay, it was one part of the college premier college night games. It was a big game.
Yeah.
But I mean, the explosive plays is what killed Illinois' defense. Just allowed super explosive plays from an IU offense that you can't underestimate. You can't underestimate them at all.
Signetti got that thing running like a
Kurt
well-oiled
Signetti got,
machine.
he had it going on last year. I mean, they snuck up on me last year. I didn't. I think it was like week 4, week 5, and I just was like glancing. I was just like, "Are you? The fuck are you doing up here?" And at that time, they was 5-0, 5-0 last year. So I
Right.
was like, and I looked into it because I was like, I ain't never knew. So I had to look into the shit. You know what I'm saying?
You
Just
taking a football
so
program that ain't been relevant since the 80s.
man, because last year they was very hands on in the portal.
They were.
Um,
They
not
were.
not last year, but the year
Year
before that.
before. Yeah.
The year before that.
Mhm.
So that's why last year team was so good. But the year before that, they got a lot of James Madison University transfers, and
Yes, they did. Yes, they
James
did.
Madison. If you do pay attention to college football, James Madison, even in basketball, they're not ones to sleep
No,
on.
James
But
Madison ain't nothing to slack off of. A lot of
yeah,
NFL players are James Madison products.
yeah.
You can't sleep on James Madison
So yeah, James Madison, they got some dogs over there. So
for sure.
they just got a whole bunch. They just went heavy with James Madison and damn near took they a whole quarter of their team at least.
Yeah,
So
it's safe to say IU is one of the better teams to benefit from the transfer portal as well as the NIL deal that's been done in the last couple of years. I think IU is one. IU, Boise State. I can name a few schools that truly benefited from the transfer portal and the NIL deal that was done with the NCAA.
yeah, and if I recall, it's more their defense. Like they like defense really came from there. Like so yeah, that's why the defense is so crazy. But I mean,
Yeah.
um
Anybody that plays
I
sports
don't
knows
know
that
if Illinois' defense is really like that because they haven't. That was their true battle test right there. So I don't know if they was truly ready and
they wasn't ready.
prepared.
They wasn't
You know
ready.
what I'm saying? So I
They wasn't
won't
ready.
want to say I talking to Illinois, but I don't want to say Illinois' defense really ain't shit because actually, well, they. I mean, they was around in the field. They was out there because I mean, it was a 62-13 TA. So I mean 62 tackles, 13 assists. So they was out there in the but they might have been out there, but it might have been one of those like how Cowboys they played either a lot of zone, you know what I'm saying, as
They
a
can't cut.
defense.
They can't cover man to man.
They can't because I mean, they was playing zone, but I mean, they had gaps and IU was filling them gaps, and then I will also say like I think the linemen like because the tackles really come from your back, your secondary of your defense really.
Right.
Um, I think the linemen let them down big time. Uh, Defensive linemen because watching a few of those plays, I mean, it didn't take much for Kobe Martin, Kalon, or any of those. I mean, as soon as they got the ball out there, I mean, so
Out of there.
I'll say D lineman got beat. That you got beat by the O line, like the O line of IU was crazy because what was it? I think what was Fred? He had damn near a clean pocket. I mean, 2 for 14 in sacks. So Fernando Mendoza got pressured 14 times. 14 times of his, about half of the drops that he took, because he went 21 for 23. He damn near had a perfect game, you
Right.
know? So, I mean, and then threw for 5 touchdowns. He only got sacked twice out of 14 pressures. So, the IU O lineman was doing they job. I don't think the defensive lineman showed up for the Illinois defense. I can't say that for a sec because with a stat line of 62-13, obviously I was out there, but I mean, yeah, it just wasn't showing, and
That was a long ride back. I mean, from being
it just
the
wasn't showing because like literally, Nick what was it? I don't think. Yeah, they even kicked one field goal, and they scored a touchdown. That's all they had.
mm,
They scored. That's literally all they had. And I know Luke Altmaier, he's better than that. You know what I'm saying? He's
mm,
definitely better than that. But um, it's kind of struggling. I really feel like just looking at the stat line and watching the game, I think the battle was really lost at the line, defensive lineman and O lineman. I mean, you could say O lineman did their part, but yeah, I'll say the O lineman did their part
well,
on the IU
I would
side
say the defensive
because
line for IU did their part because the O line didn't protect the quarterback for Illinois.
oh no, they didn't because you saw the 7 for 47 at I mean. And that don't even make no damn sense because Luke Altmaier only threw 22 passes and completed 42. So to have 7 sacks and then 47, how was it? Just how? You know what I'm saying? Just how? Only threw for 146 yards, averaging 6.6. So that ain't gonna do you no good when the other quarterback on the other hand is and their OC is having a demanding offense. I mean, you can't compete with 21 for 23, 267, and an average of 11.6. You can't.
No.
Every time that nigga's throwing, he's throwing. That's a down. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a fresh set of downs. Like every
Right.
time he's throwing. So, and not to tell, like he really didn't even have to throw the ball like that. They didn't even have to. But everybody ate on this IU offense. I mean, they even threw in Fernando's brother. And he's a quarterback, and they threw him in there to get some rushing yards. I'm like, what was his brother doing in there? I mean, his brother's a freshman. I mean, like, and he's listed as a quarterback, but they even threw him in there for one run for 14 fucking yards. He didn't go in there as a quarterback. He went in there because at that point, IU obviously,
Won the
like,
game.
you see that rushing stat, like they just threw anybody and everybody up in there because Illinois' defense, their defensive lineman, I mean, it was just ripped through the seam, ripped through the seam, and they was out of there. Like every time, they didn't even need to throw the ball. This shit could have been won just off of the ground. And I mean, Kobe Martin, which is a hometown hero out here,
Right.
he went. I think he went to Fishers or something like that. So he comes from Fishers. So he's the one that led the rushing yards out there. So I mean, 12 attempts, 107 yards. That's some uh like Saquon Barkley numbers in NFL now.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you think about it, like you see these, I mean, Kobe, and I think Kobe's out there being a freshman or sophomore, 12 attempts, 107 yards. Obviously, he's going to be the running back moving forward for IU if he continues to stay. And he had two touchdowns. And then Kalon went up in there, and he's on he used to be the guy, 10 attempts, 89 yards. So. And then he had another one that threw up in there for 14 attempts and 65 yards. So, I mean, like, Jesus, that's over 200 yards. Rushing. They had over 100 yards receiving. Illinois' defense, like, where is, that 62-13, look, 62 tackles, I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, IU was having a field day out there.
Just put a ribbon on it.
IU was having a field day out there. They scored 63, and then their kicker scored 9 of those points. And I mean, Nico, we're gonna see him in NFL because I think that motherfucker kicked like a 50 fucking yard. I'm like, you're gonna be in the NFL.
Oh, he getting drafted. He getting drafted.
That's the new 30-yarder. You know what I'm
saying?
Right,
the look you
said. Like a 50-yard up to 54 or 56, something like that. I'm like, yeah.
They got.
And then I mean, perfect game for a kicker. I mean, no field goals. No field goals because just extra
points. Just straight
extra points. 9 for 9 on
That's
extra
crazy.
Points. He went.
If it was fantasy football and he was on a pro team with that 9 for 9 on extra points, what?
That's Brandon Aubrey.
Ooh.
9 for 9. Hey, matter of fact, if he goes, Atlanta will pick him up.
For sure. To replace Young Ho Koo. They just dropped Young Ho Koo.
Yeah.
So did.
Yeah.
So did.
Yo, Raheem Moore. Raheem Moore gonna call him up.
Hey, get him over here.
I see you out there now. I need that 9 for 9 extra point, boy.
Nah,
because
sure.
if they had that, I don't think Koo gave him. I don't think they gave Koo a chance because Koo was that nigga last year.
No, Koo was good. He just had some injuries.
Yeah.
But he had like 2. I had him on my fantasy team for a couple years. Matter of fact, the team that I took to the championship, which I ended up losing the championship game, which sucked because it was a money league too. I was mad about that.
Oh yeah.
But the year that I went to if I'm not mistaken, the year I went to the championship in fantasy football, I had Young Ho Koo as my kicker that whole season, and he was killing it. 50, 60.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he was killing it. Oh, he was killing it every week. Just
because 2 weeks into the season, though, I'm like, come on. Now.
But I think I don't think he had the same firepower. I think his injuries definitely. He lost a step or two the last couple seasons. And when you go that high and you can't hit that mark after a certain point, they're gonna start looking for younger kickers. They're gonna start looking for some fresh legs, man.
I mean, but
Atlanta's. We're not even talking. We gotta stick to college. But since you brought up the Falcons,
we will. But I'm just saying
the Falcons lost to the Panthers this past Sunday, so they gotta overhaul that whole franchise. Y'all lost to the Panthers, bro.
Nah. You can't do them like that because you saw that stat. You can't do them like that because you saw that stat line.
30-0. 30-0 though. You couldn't get one.
Did you see what Penix was doing? You saw what Penix was doing?
Nothing.
He wasn't. This was a Penix out. I don't know. Was this IU Penix? Is that why you end up leaving? Because this wasn't even Washington Penix. You know what
No,
I'm
it was
saying?
not.
Like,
No, it was not. It's got
I
me.
don't know.
Do y'all really want to trade Kirk Cousins? Because I mean, the way Penix is looking, I don't think y'all. I think y'all might need to
Nah,
hold
they can't
on.
trade. You saw them they was like, go ahead and take off, young bull. They said we gonna throw the first Cousins up in there. Cousins, get your ass out there. We pay you too much money now. Get your ass out
Hey man, hey, Kirk Cousins' agent is the GOAT. Because that dude, every time he do for a contract, he get top dollar every time. Listen. Ain't won nothing, but damn it, get paid like a Super Bowl champion every time.
on everything.
Hey, Captain Kirk get all the money.
All
Hey,
the money.
Kirko Chains is getting all the change. Man, listen.
All
Woo.
the chains. All the chains.
So what's your next college team, man? Give me another one, man. Who else we got out there? That
What was it?
really was lights out this
Michigan and
past Saturday.
Nebraska.
You said who in
I'm
Nebraska?
about to. Oh, also just to highlight, IU defense was crazy. I'm gonna just say that. I mean, 7 sacks and 1 interception. You're not gonna win a game.
Not like that. Hell no.
I mean, if IU defense keep up like that, yes,
They going to the
yes,
playoff.
yes, they'll be up in that Big Ten playoff.
For sure.
But we're gonna go to another Big Ten because there was only 2. I feel like there was only like 2 good games in Big Ten.
Okay.
In conference, it wasn't a lot because I just seen week 3 was just blowouts. It seemed like
Yeah.
what? A lot of blowouts. So good games. Supposed to be neck and neck games just went. I'm like, what?
That's the
oh, yeah,
power.
this gonna be a good game. Oh,
No. That's the power of the NILs and the transfer portal. Now you got super teams in college. That's what you got now.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have a lot more games that are like this and less games that are like this.
But I mean, we love those games that are neck and neck, or at least like within a touchdown or 2.
You know what I'm saying? Like
a touchdown or 2. But when it gets to being a blowout, you be like, man, I'ma just.
This is called the Wild Wild West of the NCAA. Okay. Super teams are getting built every offseason. They hit that portal, then they call their mans up from one campus, then they call their mans up from another
like
campus. They say, "Hey, like yo, I'm going to IU next year. Who coming with me?" You know what I'm saying?
It take the whole locker room, man.
It take the whole locker room. We going to IU.
I mean, literally, because I think that happened to Baylor's basketball team. Like literally, Baylor's basketball team.
They lost their whole squad. They lost their whole squad to the portal.
Like, what the fuck? This wouldn't have been able to be happening 20 years ago. Like, this is crazy.
well, the thing is, it was happening. So you got to tell the history. It was happening. Why do you think in basketball you had UK? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you had teams like again, like in football you had Alabama. You had teams, the Gators, Ole Miss. You had teams that were Georgia Bulldogs. You had teams in the South that had the bag men that they did. And it's all public knowledge now. They had people that were supplying the teams with, okay, we know that this player is coming out of high school, whether he played ball in Texas or, you knew from middle school who to look out for. You probably was cool with their dad, or their dad was, putting them out there on display for the scouts to see talent, what have you. So certain teams had those infrastructures before the NIL and the transfer portal became a thing, where they were going to be dominant every year.
Yeah.
And they may or may not win the Natty, but they're going to be in the conversation the whole season.
That's true.
So we had these super teams. They just weren't as vast now. Now it's anybody's game. We wasn't talking about Boise State 3 years ago.
I mean, and we're not talking about him this year. I mean, it was only
it was a flash in the pan with Genty. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like you had one good season with one great player, a Derrick Henry type of player, and you
Because
know.
they're not coming out the guns blazing, and you
No,
gotta
because
come out
because
guns
they still
blazing.
got work to do. They still have to. The NIL and transfer portal is going to help
Hmm.
teams that already were building an infrastructure, already had one built. So I'm using Notre Dame and IU as an example. Those are teams that were already on the come up. The NIL and
Hmm.
transfer portal just put them over the top. So now that's why last year IU snuck up on you, and for some people Purdue snuck up on it. We didn't see Purdue making as much noise they did last year. That wasn't it. That wasn't on nobody's bingo card last year. Like, oh, Purdue. Purdue's known for basketball. All due respect,
But we ain't
Boilermakers
gonna hear about. I
basketball.
mean, respect. Um. I think what Purdue's also in the Big Ten.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I don't see
they
them
just
doing that
haven't.
this year football wise. I don't. I'm just saying certain schools are known for what they're known for, but the
Yeah,
portal gives everybody an equal opportunity to be as good if they build the infrastructure the right way and you bring in the right head coach like Signetti. Because IU wouldn't be nothing without Signetti. We're not gonna sit here and ignore the fact that the head coach is the reason why
yeah.
IU is in this conversation right now.
I mean, I talked to some people that been down there IU just last year, like between last year and now,
Yeah,
and they I mean, Signetti's giving them that Bob Knight type of
he
energy out
liked
there. I
that.
mean,
He
from
wanted
his
them
side.
kind of coaches. He liked
Yep.
that.
Hmm.
They knew what they was getting when they signed up for him. Like, oh, he trying to make IU a powerhouse like it was in the 80s and 90s for basketball. Okay, well, the football program been needing a leader, so the seat was wide open.
Yeah, for
And if
sure.
I'm not mistaken, didn't he come from West Virginia?
But I think so. But how long has Signetti been out here? Because I didn't really fully
No,
look into him.
no, he just came. I think that's the coach they overpaid. They paid him, I think, 6 million. They gave him some M's
I
to,
use ran
to
by I'm pretty sure Eli. They gave
right, but
some
the
Eli
report
Lilly
was
money.
that some people felt like they overpaid to get him out of West Virginia.
If you need
Hey,
that head coach, hey, you need a
they
head
rolled the
coach.
dice. They said, look, we need to win something. We ain't won nothing in a long time when it comes to football. So they was willing to spend some money on that program.
Yeah.
I said, we got talent. We need a leader.
And West Virginia got a good. That's a good football program out there. I mean,
Well, Signetti built it. That's the thing. That's his program.
they needed him not this past weekend, but the weekend before that. That was a big rival game between them and Pitt. So they and Pittsburgh won. God
That's because
darn it!
they saw their leader. Hey, when you cut off the head, the body will fall. They said. Well,
Hey, but that's one of those bowl games early in the season. I hope they really don't cut that because they about to. The NCAA from the college football wise, they're about to end a lot of like keynote
bowl
rivalries this
games.
year.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be new rivalries. They're
Well,
trying
yeah,
to
the
instigate.
NIL and the portal changed the landscape. I mean, there are certain teams that have been powerhouses for so long. Now, Alabama fans ain't gonna want to hear this, but if they don't start winning games soon, it ain't gonna be going through Alabama no more. See, y'all, everybody was so scared of Alabama for Nick Saban for all these years. Now there might be a new team that you got to go through. It could be Georgia, it could be the Gators, it could be FSU, it could be so
Uh,
many other teams that you got to deal with.
well, FSU's in the ACC, but SEC wise, I mean, it's kind of open. I wish South Carolina didn't take two losses, but like honestly, right now it's looking like. And if I would have stayed in St. Louis and didn't move here, I probably would have went to Mizzou. But it's looking like Mizzou. Mizzou's looking very strong. Mizzou is so strong right now.
Mm, okay.
Yo, the Mizzou Hawks, boy, you can't doubt them, boy. They just won again. I'm like, man, 4-0. They looking good, man.
So you
They
wanted to
looking good.
address the Michigan Nebraska game?
Yeah, that Michigan Nebraska game was a really good game, even though like honestly, if you watch the game, it was kind of sloppy. But I mean, um, I do feel like man, and honestly, man, I really thought Nebraska had a chance because who is it? Dan Rule.
Yeah,
Dan
Dan Rule's
Rule.
the head coach down in Nebraska.
He's been out, and I, and they was having a good year, like both teams. You know what I'm saying? But somebody had to take a L, and Nebraska took their first
Was
L to the
Nebraska
season.
ranked before this game?
Nah, Nebraska ain't ranked. The only one ranked is Michigan.
Okay, okay.
So if Nebraska would have beat them, they probably
They
would
would
have
have been
got.
ranked.
They probably would
Mm,
have got up in there. They
damn.
probably would have got up in there. But I mean 30-27. I mean it was a tight one, but I mean I do feel like Nebraska's O line fucked them up. Most
Mm.
definitely. Looking back at it,
Look at the
cause
numbers. The
the
quarterback.
the 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 one to beat Patrick Mahomes, he put out Patrick Mahomes numbers
He
looking like
did. I'm
Patrick
looking at it
Mahomes.
right now. 30 or 41 on the
Yeah,
passing,
but
308, three
look at
touchdowns
his
in the pick. That's a good
but
game. I mean, looking
but
at
but but look at his sack line. That's where the pressure. His
yeah,
O line wasn't shit.
yeah, that'll do it. That'll cost you a
That
game.
when you see that sack line, he got sacked 7 times, but 49, 49. That's too much. That's entirely too much. And he just wasn't having a chance. And you could see that during the game. I mean, the stat line shows it, but I mean, he was getting clobbered. I mean, he do. I feel like now you don't. You look like Patrick Mahomes, but you gotta get your footwork together just a little bit. But I will say
That's the key right there.
your footwork, but that pocket collapse. So I mean, it is on your O line, but you a couple of them.
No, yeah, hold them
A
accountable.
couple of them, you could have did a QB shuffle and got up out of there.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. Looking at the overall leaders of the game, Bryce Underwood had a bad game. He didn't.
Oh
He
yeah,
didn't. He
overall,
didn't win
yeah,
this
he had
game
a
for them. Yeah, he didn't win this game for them.
no, and my man just oh my gosh, he snuck. I seen him week 1, and I seen Haynes.
Justice Haynes, yeah, yeah,
I was
definitely.
like Haynes. I'm like, I know a Haynes. I'm like,
Well, you should know a few Haynes. You know Cornell Haynes from St. Louis. You gotta make sure they ain't related.
oh man, but no, I was watching Haynes last year. I was
Yeah.
watching Haynes last year. I was like, Haynes, wait, you're not in the SEC no more. I know this can't
Oh,
be the Haynes. I know this can't be the Haynes I was watching in Alabama.
it was.
So was. I
Yep.
was like, boy, you went to Michigan. I'm proud of you.
That's
How
smart.
about
Hey,
that
hey,
situation?
that's a smart move. He saw that the Alabama might be a sinking ship on the low. And so I'm gonna get on here and get up out of here and roll with the winners.
Oh,
We go ahead and get up out of
but
here.
see, last year they wasn't giving. You watched Alabama last year. What was it? Was this Kalen's first year
First
last
year,
year?
yeah, it was first year, yeah.
But just man, look, hey, Justice is a good running back. Good running back. But last year,
He wasn't getting no touches.
who was it? Who done went out there? The Seahawks? Milton? Not no, that's Joe Milton. He playing Texans. Who's the
Uh-uh.
fucking
You say out there, and what team?
Alabama? Who was that quarterback that just went to the draft this year?
Oh damn! Don't give me that.
Damn that black nigga. I can't think. I want to say Milton, but Joe Milton. He's down there in Texas. He's in Texas. He went to Tennessee anyway, and plus he in the NFL. I'm like, but he reminds. I just can see his hair, but I don't know. But anyways, you knew he liked to throw the ball. He
Mm.
was a Heisman nominee last year in his last year out there in Alabama. He was gonna throw the ball, and then there was highlighting Williams out there being the number one wide receiver. They wasn't really trying to run the ball, and Kalen being his first, I don't think Kalen was trusting the run game. So
You talking about Jalen
Justice,
Milrow? You talking about Milrow?
yeah, Milrow. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah, yeah,
Milton and Milrow. That's why it's so close.
yeah. I got
Yeah,
you.
Milrow. Yeah, Jalen Milrow, he wasn't gonna get no touches, and then they hyping Williams head up. It was his true freshman year last year. He was number one wide receiver, so he really wasn't getting no touches. But when he did make touches, it was special. Haynes did. It was special enough for me to remember him. So
Okay.
you know, um, and all he needed was this type of offense. If Kalen would have did this last year
Right.
in Alabama, right?
Right.
17 attempts, 149 yards. Come on now. He
Hey.
just needed the right offense to operate in.
No, you right.
So Justice Haynes got his opportunity in Michigan. It's that school for him because look at Blake Corum. Blake Corum had a wonderful couple years out there, especially his last year winning that natty. You know what I'm saying? So eventually he will be a Rams is not really using a lot of run defense or run right now, but Blake Corum will be a running back that will make noise eventually in the NFL. But Justice Haynes, I'm just saying, they Michigan, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Justice Haynes.
Michigan gonna be all right. Based on what we saw last year when everybody expected them to fall off with the coaching situation, and they pulled through the way they did. Despite the NCAA trying to screw them over, because that's basically what that was. They definitely was trying to screw them over.
And they still
Um,
trying to screw them over.
and they are,
They
they are,
still,
they
they
are,
still.
because they don't like the way
Because
they won. They feel like they did something dirty. It felt like it wasn't fair. I
I
don't.
mean, these last 2 weeks, this past weekend and the weekend before that, I'll guarantee you, there's people that betted against Michigan because their head coach was serving a 2-game suspension, couldn't be
Mhm.
at the practices or anything like that. I'm talking
Right.
about this nigga was on vacation the last 2 weeks. He could not be on premises for practices. He
Right.
had to get videotaped of everything. So it was kind of like almost the same thing as what Harbaugh was going through. And they got another black head coach up there.
Yep.
So same thing, but 2-game suspension, and so it was backup, interim Biff Poggi or something like that. I mean,
Mhm.
this man is a billionaire, has no business being a fucking head coach. Came from Charlotte, um, was a head coach out there in Charlotte. I mean, this is what you do when you got a bunch of money. He said, "I'm gonna be a head coach." So, but I mean, obviously he knows what the fuck he doing. He has enough experience coming from Charlotte to Michigan. Game management still. I mean, it was a close game, but I mean, with an interim head coach in and still was able to get 2 wins. You know what I'm saying? Like they was 1-1 and now they 3-1. So, but other than that, I mean, all of that other stuff was it. Right, you had some really, really good people out there. Justice went off for 149 yards. Jordan Marshall went off for 80 yards. Um, Held the quarterback. He didn't do good throwing, but I mean, he went off for 61 yards. He had to just run the ball. He just had to run the ball. And then what? Donovan McCulley had 39 yards. That's pretty much. He was leading the third. Like he had the most yards as receiving. It was really a run game for Michigan. And actually, Donovan McCulley's from here. He actually went to LN. So um, that's a Lawrence North alumni right up there in Michigan. But he be having games, but he didn't do anything this year. But Michigan defense 41-34, so obviously they was everywhere. You couldn't touch them. But Nebraska's defense was out there too, so I mean it was kind of even on defense. It was just a tooth, but it was really messy at the line. Like that old line, if the old line would have cleaned up for Dylan, I think Dylan would have been able to get a Patrick Mahomes tutty in.
Did you have Florida State on your top 10 for this week?
No, because I mean, a lot of these games wasn't really worth. I think that Florida State was a blowout.
It was. That's why I asked.
Like it wasn't too much to highlight on this past week because, like I said, a lot of
Okay.
games that was supposed to be, you know,
Would you
it
would you
just.
consider Notre Dame and Purdue a top 10 game this week?
I mean, sort of, kind of, but I mean, when that line opened up, I mean, that spread was pretty big. I mean, the spread was at uh 3 touchdowns, pretty much.
Oh
I
shit.
don't even think Purdue covered. I think they are. I think so it was damn near a blowout game. That
Damn.
was a blowout game cooked already in, because before that game went live, it was minus 20. I think they Notre Dame was 20, 22, 23 point favorites in that game.
Mm.
So, I when I look back at the score, I was like, okay, so they let, Vegas let somebody cover the number barely. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at these scores, man. Good lord. Texas to
Yeah,
Sam Houston, LSU to SCLA, Vanderbilt to Georgia State, BYU to East Carolina, Miami to Florida. Like these scores are so lopsided. I don't
it's so
understand.
lopsided. That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying. It was
damn.
only we couldn't even do. I couldn't even pick 10, because I mean, honestly,
I see why. USC to Michigan State. I mean, damn, like none of these
I
games
could
were
say
close.
something on that, but I mean, it just wasn't. It just
The only one on here that looks
I mean,
worth
like,
talking.
we had to talk about, because I was talking about Illinois and IU, but I expected way more out of Illinois and
What
them
you
coming
okay?
out.
So the only game I see on here that's even worth mentioning that was a game is South Carolina losing to Mizzou.
And that was crazy. And I don't really want to talk, because, that kind of hurts me.
Why?
That kind of hurts me, because I ain't been following the program like that, but I do like Beamer down there as a head coach, and and I know Sellers is hurt. I know Sellers,
Yeah,
and what I just seen they trying to hype my man Sellers up, dog. Like, please pipe down the energy. I appreciate the respect, but that man's injured right now. You don't need no more weird stuff happening over here.
mm-mm,
Don't do that. You know what I'm
mm-mm.
saying? Because they said for him to be a number 1 draft pick. I think I seen something pop. I'm like, hold on now, stop with them conversations. The man's injured right now. We don't
Pipe
need
down,
no more.
pipe down, pipe down.
We don't need no more. And then all of a sudden what happened to Sellers? No, no, no. We're just gonna pipe that down. But Sellers, um, man, South Carolina, man.
2-2 this early in the season. That ain't
That's
it.
what
Don't
I'm
look good.
saying. And
It
y'all in
don't
the
look good.
SEC.
That's a tough conference, dog. Hey, it's
It's a
dogs in
tough
the SEC,
conference.
man. It's dogs down there.
Cause right now, undefeated. Now look. I fucks with my LSU. I can't. I'm biased in the SEC. I said LSU for the Natty,
You did,
but
you did.
gig 'em, gig 'em. I fucks with Texas A&M.
Aggies, the
I fucks with
Aggies,
Texas A&M, and then Mizzou.
Aggies.
Mizzou. If I didn't move here, I feel like there's a.
You gotta stop using that. You gotta stop using that though.
You feel me? But I'll give Mizzou they respect.
No,
They've
no,
always
yeah,
been.
yeah.
They've been holding their own in the SEC conference for a few years now.
But they've been known more for basketball than football though, because the
Yeah.
Porter brothers came from Mizzou.
I got you.
You
I
know,
got you.
so their basketball program has been in the forefront, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, as the football program, they just never got the shot. But I
You know,
feel like
yeah.
now,
That
now
NIL Porter. What I
now
say?
how
What
we
I
talked
say?
about the AFC South, I kind of feel like that for the SEC right now.
Certain schools already had the infrastructure. They just needed the talent,
Yeah.
and they had to fight with Alabama, Ole Miss, Gators, FSU. They had Georgia. Like when you're in Missouri is considered the South. Missouri is basically the South. It's like right there.
Yeah.
So when you're recruiting and you got to go up against Nick Saban and whoever was
Lane
running.
Kiffin.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then when LSU had Coach O, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta
Yeah.
it's
Dabo Sweeney, but I mean,
yeah.
don't
It,
nobody want to go to Clemson right now.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like when I forgot to mention Clemson. Yeah, so again, like you had all these schools like South, that whole South region, and you're Mizzou, it's like, okay, I mean, y'all cool. I mean, y'all not trash or nothing, but I know if I go with Saban, I'm going to the league. If I go with Sweeney, I'm going to the league.
Hey, you can still go to the league. Don't I'm Luther
I'm talking about
Burden.
how it was at that
Oh
time.
yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
So
Okay.
Mizzou never got the shot because they had to fight with all them big teams that were dominating before the
Yeah.
portal, before the NIL deals came through.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Saban said he was stepping down. I said, I already know what that is. He ain't got to say it out loud. He saw the change coming. He's like, yeah, it's time
And
for me.
he ain't fucking with it.
It's time for me to get up out of here. Yeah, nope. Because not only am I going to deal with players that think they can stand above me because they're getting paid so much money to play, so they're not going to want to hear nothing I'm saying because now they're getting paid like professional athletes now. Then I got to compete with all these smaller schools that wasn't even on my radar, but now they got the money because they got the investors, they got the alumni, they got all this money that they can spend to recruit the best players now because they got more money from the NCAA now with NILs.
Yep,
and transfer portal. It's like I don't want to compete with that. I did my part. I made my history. I dominated for damn near 20 years. I'm gonna go ahead and just sit on down. I'm good. I'm good.
Said, I'm not gonna be a part of this.
Put me on College Game Day. I'm give me a microphone and a headset. I'm out of here.
Okay,
man. I'm out
for real. And I love him on College Game Day. And now it's like, I mean, I fucks with Pat McAfee. Don't get me wrong, but
don't tell me you don't like Pat. You don't like Pat?
Was Pat always in the middle? Was Lee Corso? Where was Lee Corso at? I was like, is he taking over the show now?
Basically.
Because I feel like Kirk Herbstreit he's been on that fucking program longer than you.
I think what it is.
And Lee Corso, that's literally Kirk Herbstreit is literally a Lee Corso product of TV.
Yeah, and I think they'll keep him on there, but I think Pat McAfee's following is so large and his personality is bigger than all of them. So he's just got a big personality. Why do you think Pat McAfee got the deal he got with ESPN? He still does stuff with WWE because he's got that personality that works for them too. And he has a way of he's galvanizing. He's a magnetic person. So if they want to make the transition from the Lee Corso to the next generation, a younger voice, because Pat's not a spring chicken, but he's still younger than those guys.
Oh yeah, he's younger.
So he comes with that young energy. So he's bringing that youth back into is putting that youth back into the show. And I think ratings wise, he's a ratings machine. He's like a Shannon Sharp. Anywhere you put him, he's gonna blow. He's gonna do something. And he knows the game. He played the game at a high level. So it's not like Pat McAfee was a scrub. Like he played at a high level.
Game Day is more than just Pat. Like, I mean, I know Pat's following is huge, but
I understand why they brought him over there. That's all I'm saying. And from the reports I read with the deal he got with ESPN, he's gonna probably be a part of College Game Day going forward. Just because
he damn near has been like.
He just got that he still acts like he's in college. He still has that energy like a dude from college.
Oh yeah. He hypes up, but you got other
he reminds me
of
he's like a Gronk that don't play he don't play the same position as Gronk, but he reminds you of Gronk. It's like he has that frat boy energy.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. So I get
that. I get it because I mean, even on his podcast, he got young people on there. So
yeah, they need that. I mean, you can't have them old heads up there talk like Paul Feinbaum and all them other old heads up there forever. You gotta pass the torch, man. You gotta. Just like having Mel Kiper on there still, Mel Kiper on there still. Like you gotta move on, man. Y'all niggas is old as hell. Like y'all
Hey, as long as you just don't mess with Terry Bradshaw. That's the cool OG.
Hey man, Terry Bradshaw. Hey, I get it.
Hey, his grandkids gotta be bragging. Damn, that's my grandpa, nigga.
Nah, for real, grandpa up there getting busy. You know what I mean?
Everything. Terry Bradshaw, you can't take him nowhere. He a legend, and no matter where you go.
So is there any other college games that stood out to you? Was it like any shockers, any disappointments? Like what? Because I'm looking at all these scores. A lot of the scores are terrible, but I mean, as far as like
crazy, I think other than that, I think I might want to tap. Not too much.
Colorado got their first win of the season, right? Yeah, I think they won.
Yeah, they did.
Who they played? It wasn't.
I think they took it. No, they played Houston, right? No, They played
They
Houston
they
on
lost to
Friday.
Houston. No. They lost to Houston. I'm trying to figure out who they played this week. I have to look it up.
This week was Houston. I think they played on a Friday night. They didn't play on
No,
Saturday.
no, but they already played Houston. They played them again.
They played. That was third. That was a Friday night game. So they played.
No,
So
they beat Wyoming. They beat Wyoming. They beat Wyoming on Saturday. They played on Saturday.
okay. They played
The
on
Houston
Saturday.
game was last week.
Okay.
Yeah, this week they won. I remember seeing the highlights from it. They played Wyoming and they won 37-20.
When I saw Big 12's lineup, I didn't really see no exciting games. So I didn't really see too much Big 12.
But here's the thing, though. I think now he might know who his quarterback is because I see who he used for that whole game. He used Caden Salter instead of Staub. He didn't use Staub this week.
Salter had the position before.
Remember, he had 3 quarterbacks and he didn't pick one. He was rotating them
No,
around.
Salter did start the season, and then Staub came in and was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then Staub was starting, and then they had that Houston game, and he was deciding. Then he had to decide, and Salt. Do you really trust Salter? Because you benched Salter just a couple weeks ago.
18 to 28. Hold on, let me tell you what we got here. 18 to 28, 304 yards, 3 touchdowns. Then he got a rushing touchdown and another 11 carries and 86 yards as a rusher. So you got a dual threat quarterback on your hands.
But who is Wyoming?
A college.
Yeah, I know it's a college, but I'm just saying. When they needed Houston was Big 12 play. That
No,
was
you're
Big
right.
12 play.
No,
They
you're
needed
right. Because Houston put BTA on there. BTA. Oh, hell.
I ain't gonna do Wyoming like that, but who is Wyoming? Like, what was they defense?
Well, both teams are 2-2 now. So apparently before this game, they was 2-1 going into it.
Well, I need to see. I can't recall what conference Wyoming's in.
Looks like they are in. Well, they would be in the Big 12 because that's what Colorado's in.
They can't be in the Big 12, no.
Are you sure?
Damn, I gotta look up Big 12.
I'm about to right now.
They can't be in the Big 12.
I think they are if they play Colorado.
Damn.
Maybe not.
No, because you can play outer conference people.
So is Wyoming Big 10? Wyoming's not Big 10, are they?
Big what? Wyoming might be in one of them small conferences.
Yeah, he must be because I don't even see him. I don't see him.
Football conference. What? They better not be in conference. Oh, Mountain West. They in
Mountain West. Oh.
They in the Mountain West. So they with
No.
they used to be. Well, no. I don't think Colorado was in the Mountain West. They was like part of the Pac-12, I think, before they split off.
Yeah, I think that's part of Pac-12 before they split the Pac-12 up to the Big 12.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm looking at Akron, Utah Utes, Colorado, Nebraska. I think they in Colorado State. I think they, yeah. So what's the okay?
So that's the Big 12. Big 12.
So they're in the FBS versus.
You got Baylor. You got yeah, you got a few. You got shit. I think Baylor's in the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
Baylor's definitely up in there. I want to say Kansas State, Utah Utes, Houston, Colorado. I think BYU's in the Big 12.
They are. I got the list right here. Baylor, Texas Tech, West Virginia, Cincinnati, Iowa State, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, TCU, BYU, Arizona State, Colorado, UCF, Kansas, Nebraska, A&M, Houston. Yeah.
Yeah. And TCU's running that conference right now.
No surprise there.
TCU's running that conference. They 4-0. That's a program you can't fuck with, which is kind of surprising because what TCU had just played Kansas State maybe like this past weekend or the weekend before. Expected more from Kansas State football. Um, Definitely did. Not gonna doubt the TCU frogs because I remember them making that leap a couple years ago. I can't remember that.
And they women's basketball team is nice too.
So I know they. I
TCU
know.
good.
Yeah, TCU. So I think who did Kansas play this past? Because that was a hyped up game too. I think that was a Big 12 game. I'm trying to think who Kansas played.
This past week.
Yeah, Kansas football. Because I think that was a Big 10 matchup. What was that? West Virginia? Yep, Big 12. They whooped that ass, though. They whooped that ass, though.
Damn.
They whooped that ass. They need to get back because Mizzou whooped that ass. Yeah, I remember that game. Yeah, that was like opening weekend, I think. Nah, that was open. That was second week of college football. Kansas played Mizzou.
All right.
Got that ass walked over and everything.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, what was it? I said, I mean, ACC wise, I mean, I feel like it's to talk about, but not to talk about. I mean, Syracuse and fucking Clemson. Uh, it is what it is. Clemson sucks right now.
Mm.
They're not going nowhere in the ACC.
Ouch.
You might as well just look. Them fans better just ride it out and just get ready for basketball season. So because you're
I
one
got
and
some
three in the
news
ACC.
in regards to the ACC. I don't know if you saw this report. It literally just dropped yesterday that the ACC athletic directors agreed Monday to move to a 9-game conference schedule after meetings, joining the other Power Four leagues in going to 9 conference games.
Oh, so they followed suit because SEC was already part of that. But I like that because I don't think they play too much conference in football.
So, as
Just to be
part of the new scheduling model, this is from ESPN. League teams will now be required to play 10 Power Four games. Most teams will begin playing 9 conference games plus 1 Power Four game in 2026. So, multiple ACC teams have returned non-conference or neutral site non-conference games scheduled for next season, including Florida State at Alabama, Clemson at LSU, SMU at Baylor, Duke at Illinois, Georgia Tech at Colorado,
man.
North Carolina, TCU in Dublin, Ireland, and Virginia, West Virginia in Charlotte.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I just got sidetracked as soon as you said SMU and Baylor because I just thought about that game. That was just fucking. SMU has let me down.
Oh, damn.
SMU should have been this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like now and they. I think they hit their peak super early and they about to just tank because after that loss to Baylor, bro, I don't even know if you can bounce back.
Damn, that bad, huh?
And then you just fucked around and lost this past weekend. Yeah, 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 yeah. They 2-2. SMU has just, yo, no more money on SMU. That's all I'm saying.
Mm.
SMU ain't getting none of my respected dollar no more. Not even
Mm.
on the player props. They just crazy out there. But
Well, with these moves, the ACC SEC rivalry games between Florida and Florida State, Georgia Tech and Georgia, Clemson and South Carolina, and Louisville and Kentucky are expected to continue. So they're gonna keep those rival
at least
games
they
still.
gonna
That's pretty
continue
cool.
those. A few of those. Who just had one last year? This past weekend. That was it. That was it of that rivalry. Because I know they're instituting some. they're trying to institute some new rivalries going moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
You said South Carolina and who though?
Clemson.
If Dabo Sweeney don't get his shit together, there ain't gonna be no rivalry game.
He be
Shit.
up out of there. They feel around get a new coach.
1-3. You're the
Fuck around and get a new coach, nigga.
1-3. I mean, I get that you had a lost big chunk um left because of NFL and graduation and stuff, but
Yeah, you
I
going
mean,
through it right now. I think Clemson. I honestly think, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think Clemson had one of the worst recruiting off seasons out of those
I,
SEC big power teams. I think
yeah.
Clemson had the worst recruiting offseason. I didn't hear nothing about Clemson this summer at
And
all.
I think it's truly showing, and honestly, that's showing. But I don't think, because I think I watched the first two season games of Clemson, because I watched that Clemson and LSU game. I remember that. That was supposed to be a tough game. Klubnik was so amazing these past couple years. What the fuck, Klubnik? If you had any aspirations, your best time was to leave last year. Cause this year,
No,
you're fucking up your stock. You're
man.
fucking up. Like Klubnik K, what you're doing this year does not look like good quarterback play. And I don't have the sack line on him, or if he took any. I don't even think he took any sacks actually. But
I feel the same. I
I'm
mean, I feel the same way about Arch in Texas. I'm like, why?
but you gotta hold your horses.
Here we go. See,
You
everybody's
gotta
saying,
talk about
hold up
just
on
like
Arch though. Hold up on
because
Arch though.
look. If his name was Arch Pudding, would he have the same
No, he would
fucking
not.
ex?
No, he would not.
Right. He would just be another Arch who he's Arch is our starting quarterback in Texas. They would have, but since his last name is a Manning, I wish he would have took his mama last name.
Something. Because this
Cause
Manning
then
hype
that
it's not helping your stock, bro. It's
this
hurting.
name comes with expectations and people. Right, he sat behind Quinn Ewers, right?
Yeah.
But who's to say that Texas got like a staff out there like the NFL do, like to
No, I
develop
agree. No,
quarterbacks?
that we talked about this last week.
Oh,
I
you
think
think yeah.
we did. We talked about it last week. I said what they did for Quinn may not work for Arch because they're two different type of quarterbacks.
Yeah, and you
I
gotta
said
fit.
the system was designed for Quinn to dominate his style of play. We can make the argument that the coaching staff down in Texas doesn't have a system for Arch, and that's why it doesn't look nearly as polished as it did with Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
So Arch was able to plug and play. And, those couple games Quinn was hurt and all that, and looked great because he was pretty much freestyling it, and the other teams didn't have no film on him. But now you're asking him to be the guy. So now every week, every college game day, you're expecting Arch to dominate because he's Arch Manning. He's not Arch Brown. He's not Arch Jones. He's not, you know what I'm saying? Arch Williams. You know what I mean? He's not
Right.
any of these names that really have a prestige QB history behind it. So
Yeah.
because he's a Manning, you're expecting him to go all the way every week.
Every week.
Every week. No excuses. Your last name is Manning. Your uncle is a GOAT in his own right. And your other uncle was a Brady killer. He gave himself a Hall of Fame level career just by beating the GOAT twice. Couldn't win
But
any other time.
Eli still ain't shit though.
Right. But every time Brady's up for a three-peat, Eli just comes in there and breaks the three-peat up twice. So it's like, oh, he just magically plays good when Brady's up for a three-peat.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And he's Peyton's little brother at that. That's made it even more petty. Oh, so I can beat up big brother, but I can't beat little bro. Oh, that's cold.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cold.
I don't know. They might need to make a switch because they might need to make a switch. I don't know because you know what's crazy. What's crazy is earlier when we was talking about Michigan and Nebraska, that Donovan McCulley dude, he was a quarterback. He moved to a wide receiver in college.
What did I say last week? Hey man, y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Arch might not
And
be a quarterback.
actually, he moved to a wide receiver. I think once he went to uh uh Michigan
Y'all
because
not ready for that conversation. That would be the most controversial conversation ever if it were ever to hit the airwaves. What if Texas made some plays to put Arch at slant or wide out just to see the difference in quality and efficiency as a wide receiver versus a quarterback? His daddy was a wide receiver. Y'all keep forgetting.
hmm
Cooper Manning was not a quarterback. He was a wide receiver. So there's a huge possibility that Arch might not be a gifted quarterback. Y'all might be trying to force him to do it because that's what the family is known for. Because Granddaddy Arch was a quarterback in the NFL.
everybody and their mama was a fucking
Everybody
quarterback.
played QB except Cooper Manning. And Peyton has gone on record. You can pull up the article and say Cooper was the most athletic of all the brothers. He was more athletic than Eli, way more athletic than Peyton. And
hmm
Peyton would know because they played together in high school. He said, I was the quarterback, Cooper was my receiver, and he was the most athletic of all of us until he had his neck injury. Because back then they didn't have the technology for neck injuries. Look at Sterling Sharp, same thing. Like we lost a lot of great players early in their careers, whether it be at the high school, collegiate, or professional level, because they didn't have the technology for neck injuries at the time. Those were
Yeah.
career ending. You know what I'm saying? So we
But I
still.
find it amazing, like how Ocho fucking survived. Like,
What you mean?
how did Ocho survive as a wide receiver? I mean, I hear the little stories he says
Oh,
that
as scrawny as he was.
scrawny as he was, and then he was playing at the most beefed up time where motherfuckers was still hitting like a motherfucker.
It must have been something in that McDonald's because you know all he eats McDonald's.
Oh yeah, but he has a theory. No, this is what he actually claims that he does. He used like high the high ankle sprains and all of that shit. Like
Uh,
he
uh.
never he used his teammates' piss and put his feet in it, and it helped him. That's why he never. That's why he said like earlier, like, cause CD just got bitch. He's like, if he was messing with me, I would have him back out there in a week. It wouldn't be 3-4 weeks. But fucking with them, yeah, it's gonna be 3-4 weeks. But he say with me, he gonna be back out there in a week. Shit, I don't know. It might be some truth to it because Ocho survived in some of the toughest times in the NFL. So I don't
Dude
know.
had to deal with a prime Ray Lewis,
hmm
Avante Burfict,
A prime Ed Reed at the time. A lot of motherfuckers.
Reeves Island,
Huh?
Reeves.
Oh yeah. Reed, yeah. I mean, he done faced a lot of people. So I mean, and Ocho never got
I
crazy
don't,
hurt. Like
I
like
don't
how
know.
it is. Like what it is. Like we gotta be. It's to the point where medicine's advanced, but we're hoping for everybody just to have a healthy season. But it's been a violent sport. It's not as violent. NFL's not as violent as it was 20 years
No,
ago.
they done made so many rules where it can't be violent like it used to be, and you still got more injuries now than before. But I've made the same conversation and argument in basketball too. Um, Players are supposed to be more skilled, more uh, advanced than former players and former generations, but these players can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So is it the pace of play that's too much? Is it what is it the type of workouts y'all doing? Is it the type of dietary decisions y'all making for yourselves? Why are the bodies breaking down more now than they were when the game was supposedly more aggressive, more physical, and more of a risk for injury? But y'all getting hurt more now than y'all was back then.
Either
So
these motherfuckers ain't working out like they say, or
using
as
resistance
as
bands ain't the same as putting weights on. I'm just sorry, it's not the same, dog. Like
no, it's not the same. But people out here doing wide receivers doing all these drills that ain't even gonna help you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of funny when I saw that shit last week because I remember Xavier Leggett posted like off season workouts over the summer of like wide receiver routes, and then not this week. I don't know what he did. I don't even know if I don't even think he played. But the weekend before, that nigga had 8 targets for -2 yards. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing all these off season workouts and you can't even?
All right,
You
so
had 8 targets and couldn't get 1 yard, bro. That was like history right there. That was like crazy.
so what you want to do? You ready to go to the NFL?
Yeah, we could go to NFL. It really, man, college. I hope college has better games this weekend. That's for sure.
Please do, because college left a lot on the table this past week. Good Lord.
They left a lot. I mean, like I said, it actually was supposed to be a lot of, but they just ended up going crazy. Just ended up going crazy. They just
So
didn't show up.
let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's go ahead and kick it off with your Bears, man. I know how much you love Chicago. That's home
Hey
base for
man,
you. You know what I mean? It's all
hey
about
dog.
Chicago. You
It's
know.
Chicago, Nikki. We in this bitch. We needed that shit, man. We needed
If
that
y'all lost
shit.
to the Cowboys, I would have had to flame y'all asses this week. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even though I had some money on the Cowboys just for the hell of it, just cause I was like, fuck it, why not?
Damn, you didn't have no faith in us. Get out.
Man, hell no. I don't like y'all quarterback. You know I don't like Caleb Williams. Hell no. Hell no.
That's my quarterback, man.
Oh, get out of here. You don't believe that. You ain't.
That's my quarter. I didn't believe. I gotta support my quarterback, and he black.
Painted nails and
And he black.
everything. That's your
But
quarterback,
look,
though. That's your
that's my
quarterback, though.
quarterback. That's my quarterback, and he showed the numbers he did in junior season,
Oh,
motherfucker.
come on, man.
Junior season, cause you didn't really play your senior season, motherfucker.
That was some
But
BS. But go ahead. Go on.
he didn't play his senior season. But I mean, if we talk about junior Caleb Williams and USC, these were the type of numbers we was expecting from. These are the type of numbers because after junior year, he kind of suspected that he was already going to the NFL, and then he knew, you get all these. Oh yeah, I feel like that, and then he didn't work out at the
The
NFL
way you
game.
bent your wrist right there is exactly how he probably did it. I don't feel like it. Yeah, that's exactly how he did it. Yeah, with the pan nails and everything. You go right ahead. That's exactly what he did.
Hey,
Hey,
look,
that's your
he got
quarterback,
us a
though.
dub, and exactly how I don't know. Cause you saw Ben. Now, Coach Ben was not playing. He had a straight face this whole time. I mean, Bears is up. He's still looking upset. You know what I'm saying? He talking. I'm like, he's having some serious conversation in that headphone right there. But Ben is holding Caleb. We're instilling. Ben's trying to instill his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
because
why.
he needed because Caleb is a diva. I'll tell you
But
right now.
Ben Caleb both has mentioned in press conferences how Coach Ben's holding him accountable. He'll call his ass out in front of the guys and all of that. Like, it's different than what Nagy was doing. He needs that.
No, I hear you.
Caleb needs that, and he's holding. I do think in due time, Bears is gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna ask you a legitimate question. Since Caleb Williams has made it to the NFL, can we both agree that this is his best performance as an NFL quarterback?
Well, yeah, we'll say that because I mean, what he had like 140 something passer rating this weekend from
Okay,
Sunday.
because 19 to
He tied
28
his
yeah, 19 to
he
28.
tied he already had 4 touchdowns in a game. We need him to throw
But
5, but he tied his record.
it's the efficiency. I'm referring to not the amount of touchdowns, because you can have an
Oh,
ugly game and get 4 touchdowns.
oh no, this is what we play. Now this you see the stat line, that is who $94 million.
Damn.
94 million. Clean pocket. This is the Caleb you see when you got a clean pocket.
When he
Not
has the
one
O
game.
line. Okay, so the O line won them the game is what you're saying.
Not have you read a quarterback stat line that has 0-0 on the sack line. Zero
Mm,
pressures, zero
mm,
sacks,
mm.
clean pocket,
$94 million.
$94 million.
$94 million gets you this level of Caleb Williams.
$100 million gets you that.
Damn. Okay. All right.
We had to lay it on the floor because what the fuck was going on in these first 2 weeks? So I said it's like I paid the money. We paid $100 million. $100 million, and he's still running around like a rookie out here. I said we can't have this year. I said we can't have this. Caleb, we took that as your rookie season, and we didn't even want that.
Nah, you right.
Because you was putting us in 2nd and 32 with your running ass. You know what I'm saying? But I do see improvement because he hasn't gave us no. Now, if we did get a 2nd and long, we got to clean up these penalties.
Nah, for sure.
And as you seen, we had no pre-snap penalties this game. So if we have clean games like this, Bears can get off.
Okay.
Bears can get off.
It was the Cowboys, though. We know they run zone all night long. So, I mean,
Yeah, but your injuries was in the secondary.
Yeah.
It's not the lineman.
Yeah.
It's not the lineman.
Yeah.
So your line, but that's been an issue over there in the Cowboys too. They can't generate pressure. They can't generate pressure on their D line. They need to. That's a hot topic, a hot commodity over there that Jerry need to be concerned about. Because their defense can't. I mean, obviously 0-0, but I mean we paid $100 million for our O line. So
it showed. No, with this type of score and Caleb Williams numbers, yeah, you definitely put some money behind that O line because the O line Justin Fields had in Caleb's rookie year wouldn't have got you this. No, this wouldn't happen with them. Oh no.
That's why I said like our GM, he's been moving weight. He's been moving mountains and stuff. You got to clear up what the past person did, and that's why I said we got full of dogs. So I was not surprised at our performance because
everybody showed up. I mean, even if
I was like, we got some dogs. Like right now, DeAndre Swift, but Kyle Monangai was a beast in Rutgers. He was a beast running back last year. You watched any of his highlight tape? He was nobody. He bouncing. So like the runs that he was having, and he was just bouncing off these defenders. Yep. Okay, I can't move. Spin move. I'ma just go this way. You know what I'm saying? We know I know Kyle Monangai like that, but then you're sitting right behind a DeAndre Swift. I mean, Luther Burden the third. I knew he was a dog coming out of Mizzou. You know what I'm saying? He was.
Okay.
And I remember. I'm so glad for him. I'm so happy for him. He got his first touchdown, and you wanted to cry to say because we didn't take you in the first round, but we took you as our first pick in the second round, nigga. We got you. You were so mad that we didn't get you. We picked up Colston. We still had you, and we got you in. Look, that hard work pays off. You was ready to work when you hit that. When you heard Coach call, you was like, "Put me to work." I see the work you put in. Got that
100 yards and a touchdown as a rookie. I mean, you can't ask for much better on a game like an NFC matchup like the Cowboys. No matter how good or bad the Cowboys are, the spotlight's gonna be bright because it's the Cowboys. Jerry Jones built this franchise to be the Lakers of the NFL, right?
Yeah.
So no matter who they play, everybody watching the Cowboys play. Whether you love them, you hate them, and everything in between. The Bears spotlight was bright because they were at home too. So you're in Soldier Field, and the Cowboys is coming to town. It's an NFC showdown. So the lights are gonna be bright.
I said Jerry Jones is gonna be leaving Chicago with his dick in his hand. Didn't I say that?
You said what you said about Jerry. Now
I stand on it, and even if we lost him, he still would have been doing that. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying, Jerry? I mean, I don't like that you gave. Now you a bitch because you put Micah in my division, but it's okay.
Boy, Show did. Show left Micah there for you to deal with him. He your problem now.
But you know what? Everybody want to be in the know. It's one of the best divisions.
Hey,
And
great. You know what? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that and use that as a great segue to address the bullshit that happened with Green Bay and Cleveland. Because not only did
it
I
wasn't
lose
no
money,
bull job. It wasn't no bull job.
it was BS.
Hey, how did IU get their first score? How did IU get their first score on Saturday?
Tell
It
them how
was
they
like
got
a
it. Tell them how they got
block
it.
field goal.
Tell them how they got
Block,
it.
block, block, block that ass, and boom, nigga was right there. They started that shit on Saturday. How many block field goals did we have on Sunday? It was a quite few of them.
Yes, it
Cause
was.
I had money on the Rams and the Eagles fucked me up.
I actually
Man,
had the Eagles winning that game. So yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. But
you fucked me up. Cause Rams was really gonna get that. And I don't like putting my money on my brother's team, but block field goal, you can't. That's the part of gambling you can't get. That was just, yeah, they made a play. Them
and it
Georgia
worked.
Bulldogs
And
made a play.
it wasn't supposed to. My thing is this. We know Cleveland. You said something about it beforehand last week about the Browns defense being reminiscent of what Chicago is known for.
Yeah. Now,
Cleveland offense is
that
going to
is
be
what our defense is supposed to look like then in the
right,
Browns.
right. No argument there. No argument there. It's just because I mean, keeping a team as talented as the Packers, because whether you like them or not, they are one of the. How do I put this? They're top 10 in the NFL right now. Not just in hype. I know I ain't say you had to agree, and you probably don't like it, but if we're just being factual about it, put the rivalry off to the side for just a moment. We're talking purely off of a talent standpoint. The Green Bay Packers are one of the top 10 teams in the NFL this season. When you got a quarterback who's not even 30 entering his prime, black quarterback at that. Got to throw that out there. Shout out to Jordan Love, black quarterback.
Hey, shout out to Jordan Love.
She might say fuck the Packers, but she respects the black quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
You. I still love you from afar because
But
we gotta support our black people.
when you in Soldier Field or it's postseason, it's fucky. But I get it. I get it.
It's still fuck you though. It's still fuck you though. But I mean, as long if we in football season, it's still fuck you. I see you on the street, I'll be cordial. But it's still fuck you. After football season, be nice to me afterward. You know what I'm saying?
It's cool.
We cool now. You know what I'm saying?
When you got a team as powerful as the Packers can be when they're operating the way they're supposed to, when you look at your schedule and you see Cleveland on your schedule, you're supposed to take the game as not as their pushover. I'm not disrespecting Cleveland. But you don't take your foot off the gas so much so that you let them take over the game because they're at home and they protect home field. It's like you're supposed to go and assert your dominance. This is a NFC team that's trying to go back to the Super Bowl. You don't lose to the Browns. That's all I'm saying. You're not supposed to lose to the Browns.
Well, I know. Especially with records like that, but.
And if you remember the odds, they were heavily favored to win this game.
Yeah, they were heavily favored, but even though the odds could be so crazy like that, there is mispricing in the lines, and that's
don't hit me. Get out of here.
Look, I'm just being on some true shit. Like, if you want to find edges in the market, you gotta find because you know how odds can be the same, but once you really look into it,
right,
you could and do the analyze like. The line you will see which side where the line is mispriced at. Is it on the over, or is it on the under by percentages? Like when you break all that shit down, like because -112 odds equals out to like 52%. So like when you start researching and the win probabilities are like 70 for that team, and then it's 20, like you'll see where the mispricing's at. But sometimes even then, that's how you find your edges. But still, then Vegas will still fuck you. They'll still fuck you. It's fuck me any day for Vegas.
So, in your honest opinion, before we move on to the next game, do you feel like the Green Bay offense is the issue or defense? Because I think it might be the offense that might be.
I don't think there was no issue because like I said, man, I didn't watch the game, but I mean, uh, I don't think there's a problem because they was moving the first 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, right?
But I
They
think that
came
was
to Cleveland, and it's all of a sudden a legitimate stop, and people want to not discredit the Cleveland Browns. You can discredit. You can't. You can't discredit the Cleveland Browns as a whole. It's only 1/3 of that team that's the weakness. You know what I'm saying
is all, and
right
that's
now.
offense, and that's the offense.
And that's the offense. Special teams and defense. I mean, it's any given Sunday, just like it's any given Saturday. Sometimes offense win games. Everything correlates, and sometimes it might be special teams. Sometimes it might just be the defense. Like,
So
you know,
you're basically saying even though there's even ESPN is asking there's offensive issues amongst the franchise, you're essentially saying let them have that debate. But what you're saying is give Cleveland their flowers. They have weaknesses on offense. It's public knowledge. We all know it.
yeah,
But their defense is honorable enough to make the score speaks for itself. The defense held them at 10 for through 60 minutes. 60 minutes of play, Green Bay only got up 10 points.
Yeah.
And that's Cleveland's defense, and we have to give them their credit.
Then that's simply it.
Damn.
That's simply it.
Right.
I mean, because right now, I mean, we can't like Quinshawn Judkins is out there. I mean, they could. I just feel like what's going on is it's a big dick fest out there in the front office. You know what I'm saying? It's a big dick fest. Everybody want to. I don't know who's trying to show. Oh yeah. You know what? Just put the nigga in. Just put the nigga in. Just put him in.
You
the nigga in. Just
let him play.
The nigga in.
Let him
play. just do it.
You know, now that I think about it, if they're as petty as I think they are as a league.
No, they is petty because, like I said, that one nobody asked you. Why did you have to say that?
Here's the thing. You said at the beginning, and you might have said it off air before we got on, but you said out of the 30 NFL teams, you got 16 black quarterbacks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if they were looking at it from an analytic statistical standpoint, if you give Shador the starting position, that puts it at 17. They're like, that's too many. We gotta keep it balanced. We can't be having too many black quarterbacks, and you know what I'm saying, they taking over our whole league right now. I ain't saying they saying that, but I mean,
that could be a conversation.
That might be, you know what I'm saying? It might be a conversation behind closed doors.
Right now, I'm not saying Cleveland don't have an offense because I know they do. This is the NFL.
They still got Jerry Jeudy, don't they?
Yeah, yep. Jerry Jeudy, Quinshawn Judkins, he's a rookie running back.
They still got Nick Chubb, or did Nick Chubb go to another team?
No, I think Chubb gone. Chubb on Houston.
Chubb Houston? Is it Houston?
Chubb somewhere.
He left. They still got Kareem Hunt though, right?
Kareem Hunt's in with Andy Reid. He with the Chiefs.
Oh hell.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt been out there for like the last 2 years. Remember they picked him back up. Like he can't because he had spent some time out there earlier in his career.
Well.
And then he left, and then he came and they just brought him back. Like I think he was part of their Super Bowl run.
He with the ops. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, now Patrick, Travis is a op. I fuck with your brother. I fuck with his brother though, but Travis is a op.
That's funny.
Travis is definitely a op, bro. You done with a full 360, bro. I mean, for real. Like, you see that nigga looking like Hitler now?
And that's when I transitioned this conversation to the Indianapolis Colts taking care of
Yeah.
the Titans. Colts 3-0. Indiana Jones strikes again, 41-20. I'm gonna be honest with you. This was a divisional game, but as I mentioned to you off the air, the AFC South is the worst division in the NFL.
I've been saying
Has
that.
been the worst division for the last 4 or 5 years, if you ask me. You said yourself, and I quote, you
For
said
that.
the AFC South is the wild card, no matter what. So whoever comes out of the AFC South, that's an automatic wild card.
Wild card division, because to be honest, first off, this has been a forever thing.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, okay, it's what, like 2011 since the last time. Even before then. I'm trying, Jacksonville Jaguars showed their flashes.
They have their moments, and then
Houston
their
showed
players
their
get hurt and they
flashes.
fall off. Yeah.
Titans really, when they had Tannehill, you might have had to threaten
You
something.
had a
But
you had a shot. You had a young Derrick Henry and Tannehill down there.
but other than that, hell, not even for the past 5.
And then
Probably the
really,
last 20.
no. I won't go that far because Houston was good when they had Deshaun Watson before the scandal came out. They had JJ Watt. They had D Hop. D Hop was down
And
there.
Houston had his flashes.
Houston had a couple good years with Deshaun before all the massage stuff came out. He had a good run. He had a great run
He
down
was
there.
somewhere else before that shit, wasn't
Nah,
he?
that's where he got
already in Cleveland or something?
Nah, Deshaun got drafted down there.
I know he got drafted, but when that shit popped off, I feel like he was already out of Houston by that time.
No, he was still down there. The only thing that he wasn't playing, he was suspended. Then he went to Cleveland and got that $230 million guaranteed. I don't know how the hell he pulled that off. That's why they're struggling right now.
And them Browns fans actually want him off that contract because I don't
I guaranteed the money already. Stupid. All the money's guaranteed. He locked in. Y'all stuck with him. Ain't nobody touching that. He done.
He's just sitting on the roster now, but he gonna be done. He's done for.
He's done.
You see that quarterback room? You had 5, and he's not even a quarterback that's in the room. Like I'm pretty sure he's probably like on a Zoom call or something. Like, nigga, you don't need to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Then when he did try to play, he kept getting hurt. So I'm like, he sat out too long. Now his body falling apart. I'm like, yeah, nah, he done.
Yeah, he
never
done.
guarantee a quarterback that much.
I don't appreciate that. Maybe his last ever time playing the game that he loved, he got booed by the fans of the city he plays for. I don't like that for the man.
He did that to himself. Allegedly.
Allegedly what? He did what to himself?
He made himself an enemy of the NFL.
But a player get hurt and you gonna boo him, and he's literally having to get carted off the field.
$230 million down the drain. That's why he got booed.
I don't care.
Cleveland overpaid for this nigga. Like, the overpay is outrageous. Kirk Cousins gets a lot of money, but he don't get that kind of money guaranteed. That $230 million for a quarterback that won't play for you. And as soon as he step out, he get hurt. Oh, nah, bro. Nah.
I mean, it wasn't as soon, but like
to the fans, it felt instant. He got paid. He got hurt.
But man, people gotta have human decency out here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying you wrong. You right. I'm just giving you the fan standpoint. The fans are like, look, our team has been ass for so long.
They real fans.
Dog, no, they fans.
They have respect.
They're tired of losing. Ain't you tired of losing?
Y'all still gonna be losing. Look,
ain't you tired of losing in Chicago? Ain't you tired of seeing them lose?
Who?
Be for real.
Who us?
Yeah, who us? The Bears.
You talking about Chicago?
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, we took some L's, dog, but look, we had some winning seasons here and there. Our last winning season ain't been since 2018, though. I mean, it's anything over 500 ball. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Anything over 500 ball now. We We was good last year too. Like people forget about that. Like
I mean, y'all had a moment, like you said, there were flashes. Like, okay, there's something
nah,
here.
we was 4-2. Like
And
we
then
was 4-2, and
was that
going
going into that
into
Commanders
Washington.
game? Was that going into that Commanders game?
We was 4-2. Like we was actually pretty decent. Nagy was doing, but then he wanted to. After that game, I mean, we barely pulled out the last one, if I recall, just before that game, because it was like game mismanagement calling, and that's what led to his demise. Because I was like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? Are you just? It was poor time clock management from Nagy's side on head coaching, like game management, because it's a lot for a head coach. But did you not give a fuck? Because the first year you came here, you gave a fuck, and made us NFC champions, and then you just let us down. You just let us down the yellow brick road that never ends now, and we're trying to get back. We're
Mm,
trying to get back.
mm.
So,
So
um,
let me get your thoughts. I know you talked to me about it off the air, but what were your thoughts on Indiana Jones' third game as a coach?
shit, not shit. Daniel Jones still gonna be Daniel Jones, and Ocho's gonna regret. Ocho, you're meeting with the EA people today.
Oh boy.
I think he met with them Monday, actually.
Okay, okay,
Okay, Fred Warner and Isaiah Rogers. Okay, Danny Dimes,
okay.
leave that man alone. Leave that man alone, because you know how it is. You know how it's superstitious, but it's true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you get these covers, or you want to hype these people up. They have a bullshit. Now they get to bullshitting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It happened to Shohei. It happened to any cover athlete of any cover game.
Okay.
You get hot. You know what I'm saying?
So
It's
John
just part of
Taylor,
the thing. But I mean, I can't read too much into it because you can't even. That was I expected y'all. I
it's the Titans.
bookmakers. And look. And this should tell you something. If you really are better for real and read lines, the
Yeah.
bookmakers didn't even respect the Colts because they was only 4-point favorites.
Mm-hmm.
You see bookmakers, if they really feel like it's a landslide, they'll, oh yeah, oh yeah, and
Right.
that should have been a oh yeah type of game, right?
Yeah, it should have
It's
been.
the Titans. Bookmakers ain't even respecting. They see something, or because the Colts is the fucking Colts. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And it's Daniel Dimes. We'll let you know what I'm saying. So it's just,
he gotta fight them allegations from New York. Like we saw you what you did with the Giants. It's like, all right, we still feel like at any moment he gonna switch back to being the same quarterback he was in New York.
and then when this happens, I want y'all to still stand by that nigga. Cause I stand by mine. I talk shit about him. I talk shit about Mitch Trubisky, Rex
Yeah,
Grossman, you bitch.
yeah.
You
He said
lost us the Super Bowl.
the reason why y'all lost the Super Bowl. Y'all
Kids, how many times do you fumble the ball from this position?
a lot,
How many?
a lot.
The center is literally, you're on his ball sack.
Oh
He's
wow.
literally, he's literally not even tossing you the ball, like hand to hand.
Right,
Thank you.
right.
How do you fumble the ball from that? Did you put your gloves? Did you put your hand in lard back there? Did you have a butter fest back there?
I mean,
I don't
pause.
know. It
But
wasn't even running like that.
I mean, I think the lights were just too bright for Rex Grossman. He's not a Super Bowl quarterback. I'm sorry, the lights were just too bright for him.
But you get us all the way up though.
All
Lovey
the way
Smith,
up.
they shouldn't even fire my man Lovey Smith, man.
We can
Another
make the
black head
argument,
coach.
the
Huh?
coaching and the defense carried Rex Grossman to the Super Bowl. If y'all would have won that Super Bowl, I'll make the argument he would have got just as much respect for the win as Joe Flacco did for Baltimore.
Oh yeah.
To this
Oh
day,
yeah.
people forget when they see old Joe Flacco. I call him old Joe. They see old Joe out there, and they forget he won a Super Bowl. It's like, yeah, but the defense, because that was Ray Lewis's last hoorah. The defense was led by Ray Lewis. They carried Joe Flacco to the Super Bowl, and they got him over. So if Rex Grossman had won against us in 06, I believe they would have gave him the same lack of respect for that win as they gave Joe Flacco for Baltimore. Because Rex Grossman wasn't that great of a quarterback. He was a great game manager. Him and Jay Cutler were neck and neck, in my opinion. Jay Cutler was more talented. He
Yeah,
just
and
didn't
then we
care.
got Cutler, and Cutler
He
was
just
decent, but
he
Cutler
was good.
wasn't the
He didn't care. He just didn't care enough.
he wasn't the man. And then we had Mitch Trubisky, and I instantly knew. I was like, oh, another fourth.
The fact
How I
that
felt.
y'all got Mitchell Trubisky over Patrick and Deshaun Watson, I will to the end of time will never
But you
understand.
know what? I'm kind of glad we did. You know, everything happens. Patrick belongs where he belongs. I don't think Patrick belongs in Chicago. He belongs over there in
What
Kansas
about
City.
Deshaun?
Deshaun would have been a wreck, boy. He would have got us in trouble before then. Look at the shit he been doing. And
Houston ain't
considering
Chicago though. That's two different towns.
he would have got in trouble faster, faster than Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
He would have got in trouble faster than Houston. Chicago boy, no, he would have got in trouble way more faster in Chicago than I feel like in Houston. And the fact is of the matter, whoever he fucking with, they running and telling that. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers would have found out and shit like that. Like whoever you paid off, and because I know this ain't the first issue. I know it's been going on. You know what I'm saying? So that shit would have been blew up as soon as you would have tried it, bro.
Okay. Let's
I'm just saying. And then look at the turmoil the Cleveland Browns is going. We're good.
let's
We're
address
good.
one of your ops, one of the teams that you particularly don't care for because they're in your division. Well, they're not in your division, they're in your conference. The Washington Commanders dominated against the Raiders 41-24 with the backup quarterback, the return of former starter in the NFL, Marcus Mariota, due to Jaden Daniels. I think he had a knee injury or
Yeah.
ankle.
I
Near
think it was an ankle injury. It wasn't
might
a
be an
knee.
ankle
I think
injury.
I
Yeah,
think it was an ankle injury to Jaden.
yeah.
But shit, Washington did their thing.
They
I feel bad. I mean, Pete Carroll, Gino's not having a fucking game. Gino, I don't know what's going on with
Gino
Gino.
had a good game looking at his numbers.
Gino didn't have a good game to give a. Gino,
19,
I
19
don't.
listen. These numbers are good. No picks, mind you. 19-29, 289 yards, 3 touchdowns with 0 interceptions. That's a good game. I don't think we can blame this one on Gino. I don't think it's Gino's fault. It sounds to
Zero
me
interceptions.
no picks. It sounds to me the Raiders defense couldn't stop a nosebleed.
I mean, it's
If
possible. Was
if
they
you put
not
up
creating no pressure? Was there no pressure?
couldn't have been because if you able to put up, yeah.
What was what was the set? What was the set line? He didn't get no pressure then.
Hold on, he couldn't have. I'm looking right now.
Because if it says zero on that other side, yeah, he ain't had no pressure.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It looks like to me the Raiders defense failed them. That's what
Mm-hmm.
did it. Because the Raiders had the ball longer in time possession. They punted 6 times. They allowed 5 sacks. They had more total plays. They were more efficient on 4th downs. They were terrible on 3rd down efficiency. That's another part of it. These teams were about the same numbers wise.
That's what eats you. Yeah.
Yeah. So third down efficiency was trash. I mean, they couldn't convert.
And that kills you as an offense.
Yeah. So that
It
looks
kills
like
you.
it looks like either the run game was no good or the throws
Matter of fact,
wasn't.
that was the issue last night in Baltimore.
Yeah. So looking at the yards, they I mean, when you look, think about it. Marcus Mariota is a elite backup.
Oh yeah.
Because when he was a starter in Tennessee, he was trash. That's why Tannehill took the starting job from him.
Mm-hmm.
So and he kept getting hurt too. He wasn't healthy either. So Marcus Mariota, when healthy, is a great backup. You got a great backup going up against a career journeyman in Geno Smith. So the numbers are about the same. But actually, Geno had a better game. He threw it a lot more than Mariota. You got 289, 3 touchdowns, no picks versus Mariota's 15 21, 207 with 1 touchdown. Hit all out of
That
there.
just means they was running the
Their
ball
run
more.
game, they could. What did I say? That answers the question. The Raiders couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop it. They like, well, why risk throwing the ball and throwing a pick six potentially when they're giving us ground ball? We got everything we want on the ground. Run it. Everybody, almost everybody that was a rusher got a touchdown. So Jeremy McNichols.
It seems like nobody could stop the run.
Mariota got a rushing touchdown, 40 yards for your quarterback in a touchdown. So technically, Mariota had 2 touchdowns, one in the air and one in the ground. Everybody else that got touchdowns was running it, and he got McCaffrey, Luke McCaffrey, which is the little brother to CMC.
You said who?
Christian McCaffrey, little brother.
Where he at?
Commanders. Or yeah, he played for Commanders.
Okay.
He a receiver.
He, like a rookie?
Yeah, he a receiver.
I didn't hear his name come out the draft this year. Are you sure he a rookie?
I'm about to look right now. Hold on. Sophomore. He joined last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he joined last year because he
There's so many brothers. Those
I know.
You said that's McCaffrey. Okay, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey, yeah. CMC. Yeah.
He don't play running back, he play what?
Wide receiver.
Oh, okay. What he do?
He got 56 yards and a touchdown, 3 receptions.
Oh, that's what's up.
He was the second wide out behind Scary Terry, who had 74 yards.
Oh, so they gonna use him.
If you putting up
no
them kind
Debo?
of numbers, Debo had he had a bad game. I wonder if he's hurt. He only had 11 yards on receiving and 18 yards on the rush. But I'm not gonna chalk that up to him. Keep in mind, this is Mariota playing, not Jaden. So the backup quarterback might not be as familiar with Debo's game as far as chemistry. So maybe he wasn't.
I mean, nobody is though, because Debo just got them.
You're right. So but that could be an injury though too. It could be.
How many attempts did he have?
On the rush or on receiving?
On rush.
3.
I don't know. They could have abandoned the run game, or he could have got hurt.
I can't say they abandoned the run game because everybody that ran had more yards than him. So Krosky Merritt had 26 and a touchdown. Rodriguez Jr. had 39. Mariota got 40 yards by himself and got a touchdown. And McNichols led the rush with 78 off 4 carries and a touchdown. So I can't say they abandoned the run game. They just didn't use Debo like that. They might have just been like, well, we got so many run options. He's like, do we use Debo as a receiver or do we use him as a runner? Like, we got so many options here. And the way the Raiders weren't stopping the run, because that's what this game tells me, the Raiders let them have whatever they wanted because they put up basically double the amount of points with the same stat line. Team for team, the stats look the same. Raiders had 354 yards total. Commanders had 400. There's less than 50-yard difference. Mm-hmm. Passing, Raiders had 261. Commanders had 199, which again confirms that the Commanders used the run game. So they didn't abandon the run game because they had less than 200 passing yards.
Yeah.
They had rush. Now, here's what they dominated. Commanders dominated in rushing yards, 201 to 93, and yards per play at 7.4 versus 5.7, with a 5 out of 10 third down efficiency. So that means they ran the ball down their throats. Pause. They ran the ball the whole game. So that falls on the linemen, the defensive line of the Raiders, the secondary of the Raiders. I don't know who.
But you know what? I'm not surprised because I feel like it's a trend in NFL defenses this year. You feel me?
Secondary just being trash.
I can't say about maybe the front seven, but look, yeah, your secondary is definitely being trash out here. Like,
Are they so
busy? I know there's injuries and stuff, but I don't think the only NFL team that pops up to mind that I know, okay, maybe Green Bay, but you know, we'll see in these next couple weeks. But for sure is Cleveland, because I mean, other than that, I feel like every other NFL defense is struggling in run defense, pass rush, everything.
Right.
Everything. I feel like a lot of NFL defenses are. Because look at, they ran the ball down their throats. I know you talking about this game, but shit, that's exactly what happened last night.
Yeah.
David Montgomery just went on. They could not stop. And we talking about the Ravens. Yeah, they got secondary injuries too, but the next man should always be ready. As defense, that's not. And as a Raven fan, I know they're flabbergasted. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's a trend, because hell, if you struggle in run defense, if you got run defense, you don't have pass rush. If you got pass rush, you don't got run defense. You got to pick your poison. And
wow.
And nobody has both. Nobody has both. And the closest that you can get to both is possibly Green Bay and Cleveland. And they have a little miniature aspect where they get chunk plays off, but I mean multiple chunk plays. Come on, bro. I think it's an NFL thing. I think it's an NFL thing because it's crazy. Like, how many runs is getting off through the line, or chunk airplays? It's either one or the other. Nobody's clutch at anything. The quarterbacks ain't cornerbacking no more, man. The safeties are getting left and dropped and getting misabused. They're not reading the shit right. Like, I don't know. I just feel like NFL defenses is very lackluster right now.
No, I think that's a growing trend. They're probably spending way too much money on offense, and defense just gets the scraps when it comes down to the salary cap. That's sure what it feels like.
You gotta pick your poison as a business, like, But to have something, well, yeah, I don't know, like, but we gotta figure out something.
Nah, you good. So what we're gonna do is, since we're reaching almost 2 hours in, people tend to spend that long. We're gonna go ahead and break down our picks for week 4 of the NFL. Yeah. All right, since today is Tuesday, first game, of course, is Thursday Night Football. We got the Seattle Seahawks going to Arizona to play the Cardinals. I'm gonna go with Seahawks. I don't really have a horse in the race or anything like that, but if I had to pick a team just for the sake of picking a team, I'll go with the Seahawks. It's like the Cardinals are in purgatory. They got to rebuild. They got to start from scratch. And until they do that, this team is just going to suffer in mediocrity until further notice.
What? How you gonna say that? They only just took their first loss? Damn.
They don't mean nothing to me. The Cardinals are trash, bro. They not good. Like, what do you mean? We only
49ers ain't good, but they almost would have beat them if Christian McCaffrey didn't hurt. They couldn't stop him, bro.
I got a lot to say about the Niners and Kyle Shanahan being a choke artist of a head coach and an offensive coordinator, because he's the same offensive coordinator that choked in Atlanta. I will never forget that. You had the GOAT on the ropes, 28-3, going into halftime, and y'all let Tom Brady come out that locker room and put belt to ass in the Mercedes at home. Y'all was at home. Y'all, mind you, y'all was about to be the first team in NFL history to host a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. And Brady said, nah, fuck that. I'm going to kill your opportunity to do it. Then when it's time for Tampa Bay to go host the Super Bowl, I'm going to make sure I'm the quarterback for that so I can make history and not only being the greatest quarterback of all time,
But
7
that's what
rings.
he wanted to go down as. So it's like, is
He,
it?
he saw what the opportunity was about to happen. Matt Ryan was about to be the first quarterback in NFL history to host a Super Bowl and win it, and was 2 quarters away from pulling it off, and let Brady get in that chamber and say, "Nah, fuck that. I'm the GOAT. I'm not going out like that. Y'all not finna
I
make history
mean,
on my watch."
there's fair things to say because Tom Brady don't want to risk his career, or else he, just like stuff Peyton Manning that Super Bowls were given. What kind of shit? Brady
28
has
to
pool.
3.
Brady has pool, believe it
28
or not.
to 3. What the
Brady
fuck?
has pool, believe it or not. It probably would have been like that. Brady has pool. Could you imagine? He wouldn't have a career if people would know that Super Bowl. Still to this
To
day.
this day, I never forget that.
Still
I was
to
like,
this day.
he
He
won
couldn't have
as
that.
somebody who
Brady,
couldn't.
people
As
underestimate how much Tom Brady has pool. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady couldn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Just like they ripped Cam Newton. They ripped Matt Ryan and Kyle Shanahan. That they didn't lose. Brady couldn't do that.
Brady couldn't go out like that.
Brady couldn't do that.
That was
So,
crazy. That was crazy.
even though Cam was one of the best and his light gets shined up,
They
shadowed
literally they
upon
it's funny.
because
It's now that you said that, to put it in, people don't know what we're talking about. Matt Ryan had an MVP season that same year. They said, look, we'll give you the MVP, but you can't get the Super Bowl. And with Cam, it's like the same thing. It's like, okay, you made the Panthers good for 1 year. We'll give you the MVP, but you're not getting that Super Bowl. We owe Peyton for what happened in New Orleans.
it be scripted than a bitch.
But
You
that's
know
why
what
I
I'm
said
saying?
earlier off the air. I said they gave New Orleans that Super Bowl because that was their first year back from Katrina. Because remember they used the dome down there for all the people that lost their homes in Katrina, so they had to go play somewhere else for a couple years until they got that all cleaned up and reset. And that Super Bowl was the first Super Bowl post Katrina, so it was like
Mm-hmm.
they gave it to. They was like, look, New Orleans went through a lot. We're gonna go ahead and get on this one, Peyton. We'll get you back on the back end. Don't even worry about it. We got you. We're gonna
And
get you
that's
another one.
exactly Cam Newton's season.
It just so happened Cam season come around. They're like, Cam, we like you, but we owe Peyton a Super Bowl. All right, he been getting robbed left and right. Brady been smacking him up every year in Foxborough. So we got to give him back one, man, because he been having to go up against Brady every year in the AFC Championship, and he been getting his ass whooped every year. So we got to give him something. We can't let him go out like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can't let him go out like that.
It
Gotta
be
give him.
cause Brady couldn't go out like that. Brady was still, everybody still be mentioning that shit to him. So it's not the fact Kyle Shanahan fucked up. I just think uh I think they was about to put more belt to ass. I think somebody came out. Look, the little birdie came out. Look, you gotta let them get some points. You gonna have to go ahead and let them. Because look, point shaving and all this shit been in this shit since the 80s. It's been like this.
With
People
sports
been
betting, we
doing
know
it.
the shit's fixed. There ain't no way, bro.
And
Ain't no
you talking
way.
about a Super Bowl and you talking about Tom Brady who is already gonna go out. Man, we ain't gonna do that to Tom Brady. Y'all gotta chill. Man, hey, if we do this, okay, your job get fired, we'll get you another head job. We'll get you another head coach job.
Yeah,
But
nah, for
but
real.
but
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 then,
we
but
can't.
then he choked going to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G and Brock.
Nah, no, Brock Purdy, you're in the Mahomes era, and we're out that bitch. We're out that bitch. You see they ass. You see they ass. They almost went 0-3. Chiefs fan would have been crying. Oh my God, we ain't never went 0-3. Bitch, it's time. It is
It's time.
time. It's
Get him out of
time.
here.
Okay,
Get him out of here.
it's
Get him out of here.
time. So, and it was cheating in that Chief. Like, I was tired of it. I mean, I support
That
Patrick Mahomes, but what was it in that Super Bowl
yep.
against the 49ers? He
Yep.
did not get a first down, but they marked it.
Bruh, let me tell you something. I had the displeasure of going for the Niners in that Super Bowl right before the pandemic, 2020. Man, first half, Niners was whooping their ass. And I don't know what happened at halftime, but Patrick came out that locker room at the halftime and went straight GOAT mode. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is that? Jimmy G, this supposed to be Jimmy G's chance to prove to y'all that I didn't need Tom Brady to win no Super Bowl. I'm just as good on my own 2 feet. I've carried this Niners team to the Super Bowl. I can get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, the league said, nah, this is Patrick's league now. We're going to have to – somebody got to lose, Jimmy. It just happened to be you this time. Ain't been the same since. I'm just like, damn.
Ain't been the same since.
Jimmy got 2 rings with Brady as a backup. That's as good as it goes for him.
Hell, the Chiefs better have appreciated they rise to the mountaintop, because boy,
They not getting no more. They done. They ain't getting no more.
I thought it could have been the Raiders, but right now, boy, go ahead, hardball, boy.
Go ahead now.
Boy. Go ahead now. I wanted for John though. I really wanted for really wanted for John, but man, Jim, go ahead and do your thing.
Go ahead and do your thing, man, because your brother John.
I really wanted for John, but boy, look.
But
actually at the same time, looking back at people weren't being frantic. Also, I think they was 1-2 last year, because I remember them starting the season 0-2.
You talking about Ravens?
Mm-hmm. So they always come to a slow start. So, if diehard Ravens fans remember, I think you're still okay. They're gonna get their shit together, because Derek was so damn angry he made himself trip up and fall on the bench yesterday.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But you gotta.
This is the same guy that need to hold on to the ball, but he keep fumbling.
This is basic shit that you learned in Pee Wee ball. I think he needs to start carrying that rock with his left or his right or whatever, because you're trying to depend on people are looking for your Heisman, like they're looking for you, and you always do run like McCaffrey. You know what I'm saying? Run like McCaffrey. Keep that bitch tough, because people are watching film on you.
They are picking your pockets, man.
They're watching film on you. That's a thing. Film pickup. Oh, this nigga always carries the ball like that. And you see, it's not even Derrick Henry. They coming after all of them. These DBs, this secondary, the defensive coaches are telling them to go in for a punch. Go in for the punch. If you got a good
don't try to reach into the cookie jar. Yeah, pop that motherfucker out. Yeah. Pop
that motherfucker out. So he 3 fumbles in a row, Derek. Yeah, it's time. It's time for you to get some. This week you need some carrying. They're gonna throw everything at them. They probably gonna in practice this week. They're probably just gonna be bumping on them. Don't drop the ball. Don't drop the ball. That should be his practice. Just everybody swarm them, get the DBs on them, punch that ball out. See if you can take these tackles and keep that ball tucked, because we gotta have you out there.
We need
You're a detrimental part. You're a detrimental part of the offense. Yeah. What they call them, Sonic and
Knuckles.
What they say?
They call them Sonic in college.
No, they're calling Lamar and Derrick Henry Sonic and like whatever Sonic.
Sonic and Knuckles.
Sonic and Knuckles. They're calling them Sonic and Knuckles.
Okay.
You want to keep this dynamic. You got to keep that ball protected.
Damn.
And Lamar, I think the media and everybody got into your head. You need to get back in your bag because some of that shit could have got solved out last night if you just went to your run game. But they try to get you away from the run game and make you a quarterback because you wanted to
They've
prove
been
these
doing. That's
motherfuckers.
why they lost the damn game to the Bills last year. Why? I will for the life of me, I will never understand this. If you have a quarterback that's a dual threat quarterback, but we know his run game is stronger than his passing game. Why do
Because
you wait?
critics, media, and
Why do you
everybody was
wait
like,
until the AFC Championship game to go up against Buffalo and switch your style up when we know your game is the run game with an occasional throw? But the
he need to
system,
just go back to what his mama told him. His mama told him to run the ball. His mama told him to run the ball. If you feel like
stop trying to prove that you're something that you're not. You're not a passing quarterback like that. You can pass. I'm not saying you
mm-hmm,
can't do it,
mm-hmm.
but don't over rely on the arm when you have legs that can't be stopped. You have a
Cause,
running back style of play.
cause I think if I recall when I was looking up, I think Lion. I know their secondary was injured, but I think they had a front man that was injured, so it could have been so much pass rush. So he had chances. He had
In other
chances.
words, you had pockets you could have took and ran through, and they wouldn't have been able to hold you. It would have took 2 or 3 linemen to get
Yep,
you down. You should have took the opportunity. Quit trying to
yep.
throw.
And he had extended plays. That's the worst thing you can do in the NFL. It's a you can have an extended play, right? But you're extending the play because you're trying to use your legs. At that time, what you holding the ball in the pocket for? You don't see nobody. Leave, leave.
He did. I mean,
And
I'll give him his credit. He did what he's supposed to do against the Bills game. The Bills just fought back in the fourth quarter, and defense failed them. But when I
yeah,
look at Lamar's running versus passing in that game, that's the game I'm gonna use as a best example of what Lamar has to do to win at the highest level. He had a perfect balance of passing and running, and like you said, if he's back in the pocket and he don't see nothing, uh, oh, they got him double covered. Fuck it, I'm going. He would go. He wouldn't even think of. I'm going because y'all just gonna catch me if you can. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get the first down at least. At least I'm gonna get 10
at
yards off the run.
least,
So if
at
you know you're
least,
capable, you have a quarterback fully capable of getting a 10-yard run without getting hurt because he has a body big enough to take the hit. Why stop doing what works for you? It's working for you. It's been working for you. It's giving you the historical stats that you get in the regular season. That's why Lamar Jackson is an MVP quarterback, is because the running game is what gets you there. But in the biggest game of your career, which has been the AFC Championship or divisional, whatever time he has to run into either the Chiefs
mm-hmm.
or the Bills, because this is a tough AFC. The AFC, everybody knows the AFC is the tougher conference out of the two. It's always been that way. I can't think of a time where the NFC was tougher than the AFC. The AFC has always been the offensive juggernaut of the conferences between the two, in my opinion.
Yeah,
NFC has been more defense because you had the
yep,
Bears, you got the
mm-hmm.
Eagles, the Steelers.
Yep.
Well, Steelers AFC, but you get my
Still,
point.
yeah, still is AFC.
But you get my point.
Yeah,
NFC is defense minded.
Rams,
Yeah, Niners.
right, Niners, Rams,
Yeah, yeah.
Cowboys.
Seahawks. So they had Legion of
Mm-hmm.
Boom. The NFC is the defensive conference. The AFC has been the offensive conference. We're just now starting to see more of a parity or balance between the two now. When you look at the Eagles now with their offense with Jalen Hurts and all their weapons, then you
And
got
I got smoked with they ass because I don't like that offensive coordinator out there.
in Philly.
Yeah, I don't like what he's doing because I think they're trying to get rid. My theory and how I've been seeing their season going, because right, they're trying to use um, they're not using the quarterback. They're not using Jalen. Like Jalen will come to the rescue towards the end. You know what I'm saying? After Saquon's not getting anything because they'll try to run that shit down your throat. That the Phillies offense will.
Well, I think right now the newness of Saquon is still there, and then the fact that it worked in the Super Bowl. So until defenses wisen up and find a way to stop the run,
But that's the problem. They are. Look at him. And
I
then they
know
wanted to call on Jalen a little too late. But you better be glad that I got
it.
weapons.
It'd be glad they got AJ and Devontae, because if they didn't have AJ
Right.
and Devontae, then the Eagles would be in a world of hurt right now.
And you better be glad I know how to throw the ball still. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all just had me pitch off this motherfucker all the time.
There's this thing called an abundance of riches, where you have so much talent on one team at all positions that you can get comfortable overusing certain positions because you have a Hall of Famer, a future Hall of Famer in Saquon. AJ Brown is a Hall of Famer. Devontae, as young as he is, he's already won at every level. So we already know he's going to be a Hall of Famer because he's literally won at every single level of football.
Yeah.
One of the few, I think he's like the fourth in history to do it, to win at every level. So he's a one of one. So when you have that much talent on one side of the ball, because Jalen Hurts is a Hall of Famer too. When it's all said and done,
they're not giving him his respect either.
Yeah, but if you know his resume before between Oklahoma and you know what Jalen Hurts, he's Jalen Hurts. Like, he made his name before he got drafted. Mm-hmm. Now that he's won a Super Bowl, he's already in that pantheon of quarterbacks now. Like, he don't really got to prove much else now other than just winning more Super Bowls. If that's in the cards for Philly, I don't know.
Well, no, he still got proof because people still don't rate him a top.
They're never gonna. He's black. You have to work.
The black people are saying this about him. Black analysts are saying he's not a top 10 quarterback.
They get paid to say that. You gotta remember who they work for.
That's how they really feel.
You gotta remember how
they want to switch up when Jalen really be that. Like, you was always there supporting him. Nigga, you just talking shit.
They do the same thing to Lamar Jackson every year. They'll give him his props, and then when he comes up short, they talk about all his deficiencies and what he can't do, and he's a running back masquerading as a quarterback. I didn't hear so much BS about Lamar Jackson.
No, we give Lamar, but Lamar, your problem is where you at in the playoffs, cuz?
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. My mom's calling, so I'm pretty sure it's probably something important. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
All right, yeah.
All right, so let me know you can follow you at, man. We're gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, you can follow me at DJ Ash _93. Basically everything. Twitter, Instagram.
All right, you can follow me at Top Slatter. This is GTA Sports Network, GTA Sports on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on all platforms. Like, comment, subscribe. This has been a Heat Check Live for college football as well as the NFL. We're going to go and get up out of here. Until next time, man. Peace. We'll see you.